Hi everyone, Grace from Mensamats. So this is part 2 of the case study. Today I actually want to talk a little bit about what happened on day 1. So dog's name is Rambo. Again, it's a Taiwan dog. He got dropped off at my place on a Monday morning. Once he's out of the car, I can see, that's the first time I see his ears back. Again, this is small details to pay attention to. This is dog overall predominant majority of the time when you see him. So that's the first time I see his ear back. And then he's a little shaky. So he's really nervous in a brand new environment. And then he came to my house, put him in the crate, and I got everything settled. I took him out. I was at that point I was able to put leash on him. But I can feel he's already like overly, I like the word used, aroused, because aroused is like a neutral word, can be both positive or negative. So he's extremely, you may say anxious, but I'm more like he's just very irritated and excited and also anxious at the same time. So out from his kennel to my front door, I plan to take him out for a walk. I have 3 doors. So I start practice the threshold work right away with him. And that, I think now I look back, obviously he was under a lot of stress. In a way, we may say the stake is pretty high for him. So when I practice doors, he already get like, I don't like this shit, right? He's like not having it. But he did it. But he's like, you can't see him. He's like not in particular learning mode. He's a lot of resistance. And then once we finally out the front door, and he just want to bolt out, pulling the leash, and I'm on the 2nd floor. He just want to run. And number one thing here is when I have a client's dog, the one thing you don't want to do is lose the dog. Okay. And then so I was holding the leash, and I give him a couple pop corrections to tell him don't do that. He continued probably do that 2-3 more times to test the boundary. As this dog, he tests the boundary, and then he started biting the leash, and then split second he look at me. I just know he's coming to attack me, and then he just basically, like, if you can describe that moment, he look at you like, Grace, I'm gonna fight you. I've done this, no one ever told me what to do, and every time I fight, I win. So I'm coming at you. He just go full on. He launched himself at me, showing all the teeth, screaming. Really try to get me. Okay. So luckily, part of me as a dog trainer, I do have a couple of things in my pockets. When I say in my pocket, not there's things in my pocket. Couple of tricks how to deal with a situation like this to prevent myself from get bitten really bad. So I was actually holding the leash just distance enough so that he couldn't get me. And here's the part. There's no getting out of this situation, right? We're outside, I'm holding the leash, he's in full attacking mode towards me. So I just hold him. I use leash, hold him, and then try my best, don't get bit. He's like lunging at me, and I just wait till he's done. He let all the physical energy out, the emotions, right? He let everything out, and it's not a nice looking situation. So he went all out, and finally he's like, okay, he's done. Like he get everything out and he's done. He didn't get me. And before I let the leash release more pressure on the leash, I had asked him. I even asked him, is already done? So I let him go. I release the leash, and the second he can run again, he actually chooses to run upstairs. He's in flight. He tried to run away. If we describe it, I think how I would describe the situation was that I was doing the threshold work with him. He's like, well, no one ever done this to me. I don't like this. And he's already very anxious of the day. I think that's have to be taken in consideration. He's not really in learning mode. He have hard time adjusting new environment. And then when we're outside, I tell him the threshold work, you have to do more. You cannot pull on leash like that. That's when he's lit up. He's like, well, you know, Grace, I can fight. I'm gonna fight you. And earlier video I talked about being the fighting and biting being reinforced is that every time he fight or bite or threatening to bite, he get what he want, right? He bite, people back away. He doesn't like anything, he bites you. No one do the thing that he doesn't like. So he come at me, he's like, well, this always works, so I'm gonna try. He basically testing a couple boundaries. I tell him those are not working, and he's like, I'm gonna fight you. So once he go on full fight mode, one thing he definitely learned, it didn't work for him. And the moment he's done with it, all he wants to do is either run away. He's like, okay, I'm no threat, this is not working, jeez. Please, I'm just no threat now, I'm gonna run away. So after that, I actually took him for a walk. He actually able to potty and everything. And I might touch base on this later on, but the moment after he gone for an attack, and the moment he actually decided to go in flight, from fight to flight, run upstairs, run away, that's actually I would say a behavior give me the first clue this dog have potential to be helped. Okay, I'll touch base on this later. And then how I got bit is when we actually back from the walk, and I put him back to the crate, and both of my hands in the crate that take his leash off. That's when he actually bit me. I'm like, oh darn it, kind of see that coming. Look back, obviously I will play this situation in my head and think if there anything I could have done different. I would say yes, there were things I might do it differently. Maybe I don't know, maybe help him, didn't maybe push him to a fight. Also maybe I won't get bit. But at the same time, actually talk about this. I even told his parents, I said, I'm actually glad it happened. Two things happened at my place, okay, instead of during a private session in their home. There could be, you know, when your dog like that, number one, it's not nice to watch. I watched my dog went through that. It's not nice to watch for owners. Number two, if he gone for an attack to me at his house with his owners, there is a high possibility I get distracted, and I actually could get attacked and hurt really badly. But because he's at my home, my 100% attention is on him, so he actually didn't get me. Number two, I'm glad it happened on the day one. He only did 4-day boarding with me. So I told his parents that I can get the most of these 4 days, the rest of 3 days and a half. I can work with him. Imagine this happened on day 4, then he going home. So again, when we talk about training, I'll talk more of that. The challenge that he go through this, no one worked through this with him. No one provide the guidance and the patient and what he needs to him when he going through this physical and emotional thing that go from attack and anxiety and defense, right, and the fight. So that's part of it. The other part, obviously, after he go on attack and beat me, I definitely things in my thought is like, can I help this dog? I absolutely thought about that. Part of it, I start evaluating what happened. Like earlier mentioned, he actually chose to flight after he finished the fight. So I'm like, that's actually a sign to say this dog could be workable. It's workable. The other, after even his fight in the kennel, after even he bit me, he actually started. Later on, I did more work with him. He started cooperating. I'm like, well, that's potentially workable. So I think it's really, I mean, part of it as a dog trainer, I'd say there's definitely time dangerous or being in a vulnerable position when you're working with dogs. And I absolutely constantly tell myself, do not let my ego get in the way. If I cannot help this dog, I can refer them to somebody else. I know there are people great at training dogs, extremely aggressive. Now, at the same time, if I believe this dog can be helped, I'm going to try my best to work with the dog, because from time to time you have a challenging dog. That's what helped me as a trainer to grow. There was a saying that difficult dogs make great owners. Because owner actually learn about dog. If you always have easy dogs, you probably never really know about dogs because things are just easy. Once you get a little more challenging, you start learning so much more about dog and dog behavior, and make you so much more knowledgeable and able to help the dog. So that's pretty much what happened, how the attack happened and everything. And I think I'm gonna end the video here, and then part 3 I'm gonna talk about what I did after the attack happened. Okay, bye guys.